Alright, Senate session number 29, November 19 dito sa ating Senate of the hearing. November 19, 2029. Alright, panoorin po natin dito sa Senate of the hearing.
President, Mr. President, for the record, your Senate Committee on Finance recommended budget for Dangerous Drugs Board is 421,370,000 pesos in new appropriations. For the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency is 3,820,266,000 pesos in new appropriations. For the OPARO, Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity, or OPAPRO, is 7,094,978,000 pesos. For the National Amnesty Commission is 144,383,000 pesos in new appropriations. For the Mindanao Development Authority, or MINDA, it is 334,515,000 pesos in new appropriations. For the Southern Philippines Development Authority, or SPDA, is 80,029,000 pesos in new appropriations. With that, Mr. President, I am now ready to respond to the questions of this august body.
Thank you, Senator De La Rosa. Our Senate President Pro Tem is recognized for his interjections. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, this representation as chairperson of the Senate Committee on National Defense and Security, Peace, Unification, and Reconciliation, sponsored and steered the adoption of resolutions granting amnesty to members of the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, the Moro National Liberation Front, the Revolutionaryong Partido ng Manggagawa ng Pilipinas, and former members of the Communist Party of the Philippines during the first quarter of this year. Mr. Sponsor, I just would like to know, I just would want to be updated about the application process for amnesty. When did the National Amnesty Commission start accepting applications for amnesty?
Mr. President, Your Honor, it's March 13, 2024, after the concurrence of the Senate.
When was this signed by the President? When was this signed by the President?
It was signed by the President November 23, 2023.
Last year.
Mr. President, yes, sir.
All right. Former members of the subject groups granted with amnesty through the proclamations must first apply for amnesty with the National Amnesty Commission or with its frontline office, the Local Amnesty Board. How many local amnesty boards have been created so far, Mr. President?
At present, we have 9 local amnesty boards, and with the adoption of this proposed budget, we are hoping to add another 6 local amnesty boards, Mr. President. 10, sorry.
Nationwide?
10, nationwide.
Where are these located? You know?
At present, Mr. President, the local amnesty boards are established in the following areas: National Capital Region, the central office; Bacolod City, Iloilo City, Cagayan de Oro City, Cotabato City, Pagadian City, Davao City, Isabela City, Basilan, and Hulu-Sulu. And additional local amnesty boards that is proposed with the passage of this budget is it will be in the major cities in the following regions: Cordillera Administrative Region, Region 1, Region 2, Region 3, Region 5, and Region 8. Your Honor, Mr. President.
Metro Manila, wala.
Meron na, yung pinakauna, National Capital Region.
All right. Are these all functional? And are they currently accepting applications?
Yes, Mr. President, Your Honor, they are functioning right now.
Okay, may I know how many applied for amnesty for each of the rebel groups so far? Like, for example, the MILF or the Moro Islamic Liberation Front.
Here is the breakdown of applicants, Mr. President, Your Honor. As of November 13, 2024, a total of 1,559 applications were received, with the breakdown as follows. For local amnesty board in CR, we have 12 coming from the RPA ABB, 20 from the CPP in PNDF, 66 from MILF, 114 from MNLF, a total of 212. From at Iloilo, we have 7 RPA ABB, 198 CPP in PNDF, 0 for MILF, 0 for MNLF, with a total of 205. For local amnesty board, Bacolod City, we have 0 for RPA ABB, 220 for CPP in PNDF, 0 for MILF, 0 for MNLF, total of 220. For local amnesty board, Cagayan de Oro, we have 0 RPA ABB, CPP in PNDF, we have 70. For MILF, we have 15. For MNLF, we have 0, and a total of 85. For local amnesty board, Pagadian, we have 0 for RPA ABB, 231 from CPP in PNDF, 11 from MILF, and 0 for MNLF, total of 242. For local amnesty board, Davao, we have 0 from RPA ABB, 185 for CPP in PNDF, 1 from MILF, 1 from MNLF, and a total of 187. Local amnesty board, Cotabato, we have 0 for RPA ABB, 59 from CPP in PNDF, 169 from MILF, and 7 from MNLF, a total of 235. Local amnesty board, Basilan, 0 for RPA ABB, 2 from CPP in PNDF, 38 MILF, 42 MNLF, total of 82. From local amnesty board, Holo-Sulu, 0 RPA ABB, 0 CPP in PNDF, 0 MILF, 91 MNLF, for a total of 91. And the total of number of applicants per rebel group, lahat-lahat, Mr. President, Your Honor, is 1,559 as of November 13, 2024, Your Honor.
Right. Thank you for answering my question, Mr. Sponsor. Mr. Sponsor, how would the commission describe the process so far? Are they happy with the turnout?
Yes, Your Honor, they are happy.
And do you think we will achieve the target number of beneficiaries? What do you think?
Yes, Your Honor, we are
Because I
optimistic.
understand that the National Amnesty Commission is given 2 years until March 2026 to accept applications. Then after which, wala na.
Yes, yes, Your Honor, the life span of this commission is 2 years only, and we are very optimistic that we will reach our target.
They are optimistic that they will achieve the target number of beneficiaries.
With a caveat, Your Honor, once the 10 additional local amnesty boards will be established as soon as possible.
Sapat na ba yung pondo para for the establishment of the 10 local amnesty board? Or are you still seeking additional funds from Congress?
Actually, Your Honor, kulang talaga. They were asking for 16 additional local amnesty boards, but the budget that we were able to, to juggle as of this moment is good for only 10 local amnesty boards. So, may kulang pa tayong 4.
So,
But
so problema mo na yan, Mr. Sponsor.
with the help of the Senate President pro tempore, I think
Awesome!
we can produce.
Of course, in my capacity as the pro temp here in the Senate, of course, I will fully support you and as
Yes,
your chairman of the Committee on National Defense. Of course,
Thank you,
this
thank you.
is my
Ayan,
pet
support
bill.
daw yan si Jinggoy.
And the Secretary Galvez knows about this. Anyway, did you start the vetting process in coordination with the various agencies like the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the National Bureau of Investigation?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. President, the Armed Forces of the Philippines are also a member of the Local Amnesty Board.
Okay, what are the roadblocks or the challenges that they encountered or they experienced so far, Mr. President?
The initial roadblock that we have identified, Your Honor, is the issue on the rebels with with outstanding warrants of arrest. But right now, it is being cured because the President approved the issuance of safe conduct pass for these rebels covered with the warrants of arrest.
Can you kindly educate this representation about the safe conduct pass?
Yes, Your
Can you
Honor.
kindly educate this representation?
It was approved by the President, Your Honor, and
Yes, for the better understanding of our people here in the gallery.
an amnesty applicant can still be arrested by law enforcement agencies. The ECP shall only be given the privilege of protection from warrantless arrest and prosecution for crimes of rebellion or other crimes committed in pursuit of political beliefs that are covered and committed before the issuance of the amnesty proclamations and suspension of the reward for his or her capture. Since rebellion is a continuing crime, an amnesty applicant will enjoy the benefits of the ECP and he shall not be arrested. But if the applicant has already a pending criminal case before the court and a warrant of arrest issued by court, the appropriate remedy is to file a motion to suspend proceeding and recall warrant of arrest before the court.
May I know, Mr. President, who issues these safe conduct passes?
The issuing agency is the National Amnesty Commission, Mr. President, Your Honor, but it has to be, the authority is coming from the President.
So that is the legal basis.
That's the legal basis.
It's coming from the Office of the President.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. President.
All right, Mr. President, I do not have any more questions, and I would like to manifest my full support in the budget of the National Amnesty Commission and all the executive officers concerned, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President.
We thank the Senate President Pro Tem for his interjections. Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. President, the Minority Leader, Senator Aquilino Coco Pimentel Jr. is seeking the floor. I move that he be recognized.
Session is suspended.
PDEA is, wala pong problema sa PDEA. They are willing to do everything to downgrade marijuana. But the problem is we really have to amend the law, RA 9165, because, before we can do otherwise because it
Ano yan? Gagawing legal ng marijuana?
was marijuana is annexed in this law as one of the prohibited substance. So, ang gagawin natin daw, Your Honor, Mr. President, is that i-amend muna natin itong RA 9165.
Okay po. parang sinasabi po ba ng DDB tsaka ng PIDEA na unahin nating amendahan yung batas bago po itong pagre-reschedule nila? Downgrading? Ganun po ba ang mahal na sponsor? Hindi kaya maging chicken ng pag-
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. President, because the power of DDB, as far as the as far as is stipulated in Section 93 of RA 9165, which is reclassification, addition, or removal of any drugs from the list of dangerous drugs, should be anchored in legal framework for the regulation and control of dangerous drugs, including the authority to reclassify. Ang problema kasi, Your Honor, is that pwede sila mag-reclassify kapag hindi siya naka-annex dito sa RA 9165. Pero in this case, marijuana for that matter is annexed in the RA 9165. So, yung limitation ng kanilang power to reclassify ay dapat matanggal muna sa annex ng RA 9165 ang marijuana bago sila makapag-reclassify, Your Honor, Mr. President. But as far as the willingness, as far as their approval, as far as their cooperation is concerned, they're very much willing to do everything. Officially, they have manifested their willingness to cooperate with the move of the good gentleman from Camarines Norte as far as reclassifying marijuana from or downgrading marijuana. So, ang gawin lang natin, Your Honor, is i-amend muna ang batas para matanggal siya sa annex. Then, they promise, they are in full support with our efforts. It is not only your effort, also my effort. Nagkaisa tayo dyan sa ating hangarin na ma-develop yung medical marijuana dito sa ating bansa, Your Honor, Mr. President.
Apo, maraming salamat po. Yun lamang po ang gusto natin marinig, opisyal. Opisyal po na tayo po ay makikipagtulungan po sa atin ang PIDEA at ang Dangerous Drugs Board. Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo. Mabuhay po. Thank you po.
Thank you,
Thank
Your Honor.
you, Senator Padilla, Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. President, last to interpolate will be our Minority Leader, Senator Pimentel. Move that he be recognized.
Senator Pimentel, our distinguished Minority Floor Leader, is recognized for his interjections. You may proceed, sir.
Sige po, maraming salamat, Mr. President, to our sponsors. We are discussing the budget of six institutions.
Yes, Mr. President,
Sige
Your
po.
Honor.
Wala silang commonality, so talon-talon tayo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige po. Let me start with MINDA, Mindanao Development Authority. So 300, our committee report gives them 334 million. Rounded off, no? 334 million pesos budget nila.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can the new head, I think the new head is Mr. Leo Magno, give us a little story? Ano bang nangyari dyan? Bakit nagtampo si old head si Ma'am Acosta? Ano bang, what's the issue there?
According to the current head, Mr. President, Your Honor, is that the former head of MINDA was questioning or is questioning the appointment of the new because she is claiming that her appointment is fixed.
Wala, ano bang under the law? Is it a term? Are you appointed for a term?
Yes, doon sa law, Mr. President, Your Honor, fixed term siya. Pero may decision na ang there is a decision coming from the lower court that yung position is the current appointee can serve at the pleasure of the president.
Sige, so there's an ongoing case pa rin. Hindi nyo na-settle?
The former chief of Minda has not yet appealed to the latest ruling of the local court, Your Honor.
Sige, pero umabot tayo sa decision of the court. It was not amicably settled na lang. So she did not accept the explanation. But at any rate, let's go back to the budget. Our committee, led by our very able and very studious chairman, increased, para alam ni Minda, increased the budget of Minda by 67 million. Bakit po?
Your Honor, that's correct because we increased that at the committee level for 67.155 million. The increase covers Minda Digitalization Innovations Program worth 30 million. Then support for the sustainable operations of the Mindanao River Basin Program, 10.155 million. Strengthening the indigenous peoples in Mindanao Program, Year 2, 27 million, Your Honor.
Bakit meron palang Mindanao River Basin? Is that considered as one river basin only in Mindanao?
Your Honor, yes, the Mindanao River, home to over 4.5 million people, is the second largest river system and home to the largest wetland ecosystem in the country.
Very specific pala. Where is that located?
It runs through Region 10, Region 12, and BARM. Malaki ito, Your Honor, Mr. President.
River Basin. So, kasama si Cagayan de Oro River dyan?
Hindi po,
Hindi, no?
Region 10, Cotabato area.
Yeah, Region 10 is our
Yeah, Region 10, Cagayan de Oro.
No,
Kasama
get,
pala.
that's why I want to understand so is that funding for different river basins, or we consider them all as one river basin and we call it the Mindanao River Basin?
This is an ongoing program studying the river basin systems in the Mindanao, and this is already our third year, Mr. President, Your Honor.
Okay.
So separate po yung
Sige.
pag-aaral sa mga
Ilang river basins po yan?
8 river basins,
8
Mr.
river
President.
basins.
Your
Thank
Honor.
you.
8.
Thank you, Mr. President. And then, I just noticed the increase in the representation expenses. So, ibig sabihin, magiging aktibo siguro itong Minda to host some foreign guests, foreign delegates from BIMP Iaga. I think that's my conclusion.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, sige. Alam ko. Tama po ba? That's the reason why we're
That's one of the reasons, Your Honor.
okay. So aktibo na tayo sa BIMP Iaga, hosting them. And then what is the ending? What is the end result that we are anticipating?
We are strengthening the trade between BIMP Iaga member countries, Your Honor. In fact, we are going to have a senior ministerial meeting within the month, Your Honor.
Doon. It's going to be held in Mindanao.
This year in Malaysia and next year in Mindanao.
Okay, correct.
Tayo ang mag-host.
Yes, ang gusto ko lang palabasin, when we are hosting, we do not do it in Metro Manila. We do it there in Mindanao.
Correct, Your Honor.
Maganda po yun. Meron sa news kasi that Japan is going to help us replicate their resiliency center. Can Mr. Magno tell us more about this? Disaster prevention systems of Japan. Do you want to bring it here?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. President, sa Mindanao lang po ang wala pang ganong klaseng disaster resiliency and resource center. Meron na daw dito sa Luzon, meron sa Visayas, sa Mindanao na lang wala. So, with the help of Japan, we can develop
So what is that? What is that? A building, a structure with computer systems? Ganun ba? Monitors? Ganun?
Yes, Your Honor, yun po ang nakalagay sa plano. Building with computer systems, That is why late tayo nakapag-develop sa Mindanao dahil very rare lang kasi mangyari yung kalamidad sa Mindanao. Always, most of the time, ang tinatamaan, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao was formerly safe from all these calamities. But right now, Mindanao is starting to get hit by this calamity. So, we have to adjust.
Saan po manggaling ang funding? Kasali na sa 2025? Wala pa.
Yes, Mr. President, meron silang proposal for budget for next year. For next year, but all others, maybe source from other agencies. Magpapatulong sa OCD, magsasabit sila ng... Nagsabit sila, Your Honor, Mr. President, pero luckily hindi sinama sa NEP.
Sa NEP yan.
Hindi
So,
nasama.
what is the ballpark figure for this? This particular ito,
Yeah,
ito pinag-usapan natin, yung plano nyo for a Mindanao Disaster and Resiliency Center.
It's around 1.5 billion spread in 3 years, Your Honor.
So, hindi siya na-accommodate even by our committee report.
No, Your
Sige
Honor.
po. Thank you. Thank you for that. And then ito pong isa, at least alam natin yun. Ano? Itong isa, you're also making the announcement that 19 out of the 69 DOTR infrastructure flagship projects will be implemented in Mindanao with a budget of 748 billion pesos. Did you make this announcement? Billion? Is this billion?
Yes, Your Honor. It was announced by the DOTR.
Yes, but are you monitoring? Dapat Minda should monitor now the budget of DOTR kasi ang nangyayari nga number one, si DOTR, ang malaki ang inihingi, hindi nakasali sa NEP. Tapos nasali na sa NEP, binabawasan pa. So now, yung itsura ng committee report namin on DOTR, paano naapektuhan ngayon yung 19 na sinabi ninyong kasama sa DOTR flagship infrastructure projects? You should monitor that. Kung hindi kayo ready ngayon, I understand. But just a word of advice, you monitor it kasi nga, sino man nag-depend ng DOTR? I think si Senator JB. So he remembers we described the budget of the DOTR like a roller coaster. Pag ganon. So, Mr. President.
Yeah, but before Senator JB interjects, Your Honor, I would like to inform the body that last month, nagkakaroon na ng pirmahan, memorandum of agreement or understanding between Minda and DOTR na kasama na ang Minda sa monitoring team ng mga flagship projects ng Mindanao, Your Honor.
With the permission of Senators De La Rosa and Pimentel, Senator JV is recognized for a brief manifestation.
Thank you, Mr. President. In line with the Minority Leader's point, being the one who defended the DOTR, my concern, Mr. President, is that a lot of the priority projects na push down from the program to the unprogrammed funds, and one of which is the Mindanao Railway System, which although it is presently on hold, but my concern is that this is approved by NEDA, and I'm sure that this will somehow push through. No? But the prerequisites, the preparation, and a lot of things has to be done at present. So I'd like to ask the Mindanao Development Authority if they would support, or what's the position if this would still remain, the Mindanao Railway System would still remain as one of the flagship projects of our government and the administration.
Yes, Your Honor. Their position is to the affirmative.
Thank you. That's all, Mr. President, and I'm the Minority Leader. I hope that we can put some budget for the preparation in the prerequisites in preparation for the loan agreement or the ODA in the future.
Thank you, Senator Ejercito. Senators De La Rosa and Pimentel once again have the floor.
Yes, the chairman mentioned that Minda is now part of the monitoring. Pero yun na sinasabi ko, yung excitement ninyo ba? I mean, the Minda excitedly announced nga that 19 out of the 69 DOTR infrastructure flagship projects will be implemented in Mindanao. So, advice ko lang nga. Example, sinabi ninyo, the new airport for Zamboanga. Sama, Ngayon, tignan natin ngayon yung kung is it one of the, can LBRMO help us? Is the new airport for Zamboanga one of the projects transferred to push down to unprogrammed?
Your Honor, please give us a little
Yes, ganun lang.
times. We have to
Pero ganun lang yung
confirm.
ganun yung ano ko, direction ng questioning ko po. Opo. Sige lang po, basta tingnan lang po natin yan kasi kunyari ito. One of the 19, ito, i-confirm mo na to ng head ng Minda, is one of the 19 na nasa isip nyo is the Cagayan de Oro BRT project. So BRT means bus rapid transit or transport. So is that one of the 19? I don't think naka-funding.
Your Honor, would like to manifest that all these projects were announced by DOTR
Correct.
itself. Hindi po ang Minda nag-announce, kaya getting the information from DOTR, inabsorb ng Minda, Your Honor. But unluckily, kung may mga project man dito na yung sinabi nating 19 na tinanggalan ng funding, ginawang unprogram yung kanilang funding, then that's beyond the control of the executive already, Your Honor. Kung dumaan na ito sa lower house, paglabas ng gab nila, ay ganun nangyari.
Yes, in-inform ko lang ang Minda to also take a second look para alam niyo what you will say.
Thank you for that advice, Your Honor.
Kasi baka ma-hype baka ma-hype and we are all excited.
Ma-excite ang mga Mindanao.
We will all be excited about it and hindi darating.
Tapos wala pala.
Opo.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, Minda also, nasa news din, Minda also partnered with the Bangsamoro Planning and Development Authority, and you are supporting the DOTR in BARM's development in terms of land and air transportation. Kilala ko pa naman yung Minister for Transportation sa BARM, very close friend of mine. So, what role will Minda play?
Well, Your Honor, the role of Minda there is that it is included in the one of the monitoring agencies in the implementation of this project. So, BARM sits in the Minda board as one of its board members. Minda entered into memorandum of cooperation with the Bangsamoro Development and Planning Authority. Minda designated a focal person for the BARM, and BPDA is provided with an office in Minda for their use in Mindanao. So, meron silang...
So si Minda accommodates the BARM in the overall planning of Minda. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
And BARM also accommodates Minda in their own planning.
In the BARM planning, merong Minda input? You can give your input sa BARM planning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that's good. Sige po. And then, I've been informed that Minda will be 15 years old in 2025. Tama po ba yun? 2010 ba nag-start? So, siguro, if you could request, I'm sure you have some publications on your achievements, on your upcoming projects and plans. Pakibigyan na lang po kaming lahat siguro so that we'll be more familiar with what's happening with Minda.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Para kung binibigyan kayo ng chairman namin ng 67 million peso increase sa budget, supportive kami kasi
Yes.
well-informed tayo on what their achievements are. Thank you for that. Thank you to Minda. So let's go to the sige, Mindanao muna tayo. We have the SPDA with us, Mr. President.
Yes, Your Honor.
SPDA is a budgetary support. We're giving it a subsidy of 80 million pesos. Meaning to say, if SPDA has other sources of funds, may we know if that is correct, and what would be the amount of their other sources of funds which they intend to use in 2025, Mr. President?
Yes, Your Honor. We have other sources of income, like the Marawi Resort. But unluckily, no income has yet been generated doon sa Marawi Resort because our members of our representative to the board was never appointed. And yeah, because the charter of the board says that the chairman of the board shall be appointed from among the members of the board, and ngayon wala tayong representative doon, so wala tayong control sa board, Your Honor. Hindi na-appoint.
Yes. Kinaklaro ko lang. Kung ano yung bibigay sa GA, yun lang yun. That is now the totality of the funds at the disposal of SPDA. Yun. Mr. Chairman. Yun. So theoretical lang.
Your Honor, we we also have corporate funds
Okay.
Corporate
Ano yun?
funds.
Parang savings po yun.
from the sale of our properties. For 2025, we have 68,984,000 plus the 80 million subsidy funds.
Okay, so at least alam natin na SPDA will be operating on a 149 million budget for next year.
Yes, Your Honor.
Pero yung corporate funds mo ba, nandyan na? Or is that a projection? To be earned or hawak na natin?
For collection, Mr. President.
For collection.
For collection.
But basically, you'll be able to collect that amount, yung projected amount na yun. What is the
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige po. Sige po. So, pero, okay, is SPDA still asking for something else? Do you have a wish list while we're still at the interpellation stage?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or kasyang-kasya na yung 149 million, happy na kayo doon?
Marami po, Your Honor. Kung tutusin, ang wishlist namin dito is umabot ng 1.3 billion.
Okay. Sige, I'm sure the chairman went over the wish list before finalizing the subcommittee report.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige po. At isa po, pero natutuwa po ako, Mr. Chairman, itong SPDA, meron siyang project na establishment of an abaca production processing plant as well as marketing the abaca products. Meron siya. So,
Yes, Your Honor. We signed an agreement with the former agrarian reform beneficiaries in Basilan.
correct. And they're producing abaca kasi I sounded the alarm or the concern for the abaca farmers when our BSP shifted from our banknotes, 1,000 peso notes from abaca, cotton with abaca or cloth, paper with cotton and abaca to polymer, basically plastic. So sabi ko, maapektuhan ng ating mga abaca farmers. And we are
Oo,
glad that
apektado.
SPDA, tinatrato nating isang maliit na government body, agency, they're helping our abaca farmers, Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. President, Your Honor. It's 100 hectare.
Yes, 100 hectares. Paano pa kaya yung mga ibang nando na takbuhan sa mga CR doon, may buntis pa ata doon, nakita ko sa news. These people are traumatized. Government versus government. Ano nangyari yun? Ano nangyari doon? Ito, Mr.
fee that's due, or if the tuition fee is within the 7,500, they can use that entire amount. So yun nakakatulong.
Alright guys, ayan napanood at pakinggan po natin ang ating reaction video dito kay Rob Trip. At see you again sa ating Senate session dito sa Senate of the Philippines. Alright, maraming salamat and God bless us all and peace out sa inyong lahat.